My hat! The source of my power. Okay, it's back. Oh my God, I'm YouTubing. All right, we're gonna change the Samsung out for the Apple Studio display now, so get ready with me. Out with the old, and in with the new. Oh, please don't drop this. Just while I set this up, I've pushed my Wacom back so I have some space to show you everything. I believe this is the height and tilt adjustable version of the unit. Got very lucky. I don't think the person selling it really knew what he was selling. He called it a tilt stand, but it's a height and tilt stand. As you can see by this mechanism just here. Integrated power cable. So I was looking for a power cable in the box for a couple of moments until I realized that it is just going to be right here. There it is. Nice braided power cable. Cable management hole here. The box design was incredible, to be honest. It was like a puzzle, a little game. You'd press different panels of it and it would pop out. That box alone would probably go back on eBay and sell as a spare, fairly sure. All right, so that's the back of it. Included was a nice braided Thunderbolt cable as well. You can see the Thunderbolt symbol here on the back of the display. That's going to connect directly into my Mac. So let's get that plugged in now. Oh, and yeah, let's talk about the mechanism that controls the height. Oh, look at that. You know you're a nerd when that excites you. And let's not forget the tilt. Okay, tilt and height. No swivel though, so if you want to swivel it, you do it the old-fashioned way and move the entire stand. I could do this all day. Let's see how low down it goes. Does it go completely flush if you pull it all the way down? No. Okay, so that's its lowest point. It doesn't fit down to the bottom. There's always going to be some clearance under there. That's fine though. You can adjust it just with the gentle push of the screen itself. You don't have to move the mechanism. Oh, look at that. So the height adjusts and the tilt adjusts with just your finger. That's great. I guess you should see the front as well. Studio display, just in case you didn't know. Until I get this completely into position, I'm gonna leave that on. One of the things I'm looking forward to is having a few more USB-C ports. I'll have an extra 3 on the back. I'm gonna have a think about how I'm best gonna utilize those. The USB ports on the front of the Mac Studio are frequently used for various things, so I'd like to keep them clear if possible and utilize the ones on the back of the Studio display for things that aren't gonna move as frequently. I've got a couple of hard drives that I maybe wanna plug directly into the Studio display because they're never really gonna be moved and swapped about that much. It's crazy, I don't have any USB-Cs free on my Mac Studio. Okay, so I had 2 USB hubs here. Oh, I was plugging it into the display port. I'm an idiot. Okay, and through the pure magic of editing, everything has been set up. Look at this. This is the perfect opportunity to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you like what I'm doing. I've set up a little tripod here with a Ulanzi ring light that I mentioned in my previous videos. Check the quality of the camera here. Look at that. There I am. And obviously because it's dual display, I can just move this window up. I don't know how much of this you can see from this side, but the brightness is quite good. Very happy with the display. Puts the brightness of the Wacom to shame. I've got everything set up how I need to continue. I've utilized every single slot going, so yeah, that was an ordeal. Beautiful Apple Studio in front of me, beautiful Wacom beneath me. This old thing is a company Mac, so you know, that pays the bills right now, so it needs pride of place as well. My little space station is ready. We've got the Apple Studio display dead center, Wacom 27 QHD below it. Oh yeah, I forgot this was touchscreen. All the hard drives are working just fine through the USB-C connected to the back of the Studio display. Did I talk about the absolute steal I got this for? It's listed at RRP as $18.99. I found it on eBay, brand new, unopened, for £1,016, so almost half price. They're just sitting on eBay sometimes. This guy just never used it. He said he bought it from John Lewis about 2 years ago. I am beyond happy. And that is a story all about how I got an Apple Studio display for half price. I cannot believe it. Let's test out the sound. We've got video, so let's check out the audio. Royalty free background music. That's just coming from the speaker in the studio display. I don't even know if I needed a Bluetooth speaker, but that sound is incredible. Just bear in mind, it's 1 a.m. in the morning and I just thought, oh, I better turn that down because it's insanely loud. Well, okay then. Wow. Hopefully my mic's picking this up really well because, yeah, that's incredibly impressive. So no worries there. The actual quality of the built-in camera is not amazing, but it's not something I'm going to be using much because I have the iPhone 17 Pro and I've got a GoPro here as well. This is just, I guess, when I'm using FaceTime and stuff. It's fine for that. There's no issues with it there. It's just nice that there's an integrated camera. You know, I could just use continuity as well and hook up my iPhone when I'm not shooting like this. And as you can see, I got the tripod just there to allow for that. So I think we'll be all right. The quality of the display, I don't know if you can even tell from here, but they've got the same wallpaper on and you can just see the brightness levels on the studio display compared. I mean, this is it's a 9-year-old tablet display, so I can't really knock it. Having the Mac and the studio display next to each other definitely shows how impressive they are. And I just love that I can work on my personal Mac and then have my secondary Mac there and just jump between the two. As quick and easy as anything. Of course, the MacBook Pro's got its own built-in camera for when I need to do video conferencing. With that, very happy with my current space station setup. Look at this. Drop me a like, tell me what you think. Let me know what your setup's like. If you use the Apple Studio display, what you think of it. I did consider some alternatives. I looked at the Asus ProArt. I looked at the Dell Ultra Sharp, but they didn't have integrated cameras, and that was the deal breaker. No, the deal breaker was the price I got this for. I actually ordered a Dell Ultra Sharp 40, and I don't actually know where it would even fit, but it was coming up at over £1,500, and that's with a discount. So I'm very glad I picked up the studio display for 2/3 of the price. No brainer, really. Right guys, that's it. Thanks for checking out my unboxing of the Apple Studio display. If you've watched this far, please subscribe. Please subscribe. It's a brand new channel. I hope you like this. If you do, then I guess you like this now.